We gotta make sure the mic's working here. All right, let's see here. All right, so we are live. We'll be right with you here in just a second, making sure everything's working here. We'll jump into it. But we have seen some severe weather today. All right, guys, welcome aboard here. We are live now to go over some things. Firstly, I would like to go over the current conditions of what's going on here right now. And we do have severe weather that is going on here in our region. So I need to go over these with you guys. Let's start firstly here. This is the main line that has severe weather, has been causing problems all afternoon and evening long here. We've had severe thunderstorm activity moving its way all the way across the state this late afternoon and evening. Started way out west towards the Rapid City, Black Hills area, and has since moved east, and now it is in central South Dakota and south central South Dakota into north central Nebraska. So let's go over firstly. We have a severe thunderstorm warning. We have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's get to them here. First off, I want to go over this one right here. This one is just south of the Vivian and Presho area. This one right here, severe thunderstorm warning from the Aberdeen National Weather Service. This one is in effect until 9:30. At 8:45, severe thunderstorm located 14 miles southwest of Presho. This storm moving southeast at 15 miles per hour. 60-mile-per-hour winds, quarter-sized hail there. This is for rural areas in west central Lyman County. So that is the far northern warning. Now, I want to get to the one here for White River and Mission, St. Francis areas. This severe thunderstorm warning will expire in 8 minutes. This is in effect for Todd and Millette counties until 9:15 Central Time. Severe thunderstorm located 8 miles southeast of the intersection of Highway 83 and White River, moving east at 50 miles per hour. 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. It says expect considerable tree damage likely to homes, roofs, and outbuildings. So again, as you can see, we have a line of severe weather that is causing some issues here. Firstly, it was out in western South Dakota, and now it is in south central South Dakota. And then we have this one that is now in effect here for, the Winter area, Colome area, New Witten, Carter. So this severe thunderstorm warning came out about 10 minutes ago, and this one is now in effect here until 10:30 p.m. Central Time. So they have basically extended this severe thunderstorm warning quite a ways out to the east. This one is in effect for eastern Todd County, Tripp County, and Millette County in south central South Dakota. Storm moving east at 50. So this line of severe thunderstorms is moving east at 50 miles per hour. 60 to 70 mile per hour winds with quarter-sized hail on this storm. So again, we have some pretty strong winds with this storm. And then you got the hail threat, hail up to quarter-sized. And that is the current threat. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect considerable tree damage. Wind damage is also likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Locations include Winter, Mission, Colombe, uh, Oak Creek, Ideal, Wood, Carter, Millboro, Mosher, Kepaha, Witten, Hamel, Lakeview, Ideal, South Housing, Butte Creek, Clearfield, Antelope, and Hidden Timber. So again, that's 70-mile-per-hour winds, 1-inch hail. Damage threat, thunderstorm damage threat is considerable. And that is the information provided for that warning box, this yellow warning box that you see on the screen. And this line will continue to move east. If this holds together throughout the overnight hours, this is expected to eventually reach southeastern South Dakota and then eventually Sioux Falls. If this, and it's a big if this can hang on that long and continue to move east. The current thinking right now for the Sioux Falls area would be the overnight hours for thunderstorm activity. Not really expecting severe weather, although there is a marginal risk. I'll jump to that here as well in just a minute. But again, the current thinking is this line is not expected to fade out anytime soon. It's supposed to continue to move east overnight. And as we go into the overnight hours, the anticipation is for this line to eventually not be severe anymore. It'll just be, general line of thunderstorm activity, non-severe by the time it gets to the Sioux Falls area. Also, we do have another severe thunderstorm warning. I might as well go over this. This is in Cherry County in Nebraska. This one is on the far southern part of this line. Severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Cherry County and southeastern Sheridan counties in Nebraska. 22 miles northeast of Ellsworth, moving east at 35 miles per hour. This one has a little bit larger hail on it. This says golf ball sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So a little bit less wind, but more hail. This is a public confirmed source, by the way, too. This is not radar indicated. This is confirmed golf ball sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. It says people and animals outdoors will be injured if this hail, obviously if this hail continues. Expect damage to roof, siding, windows, and vehicles. Expect damage to roof, siding, and trees. Locations impacted would include Big Hill, Morgan Lake, Billy's Lake, Wolf Hill. So there's a lot of hills and lakes in this area. Smith Lake State Wildlife Area, intersection of Highway 61 and Survey Valley Road, Argo Hill, and Mother Lake. So again, I want to go in depth on this information for you. This is from the National Weather Service. Again, golf ball sized hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds there. So if you got any folks in those areas here in north central, northwestern Nebraska, there is a very strong thunderstorm. And anytime you get that black color on the radar picture, yeah, pretty good bet there that you got some pretty big hail. And we do have it with that golf ball sized hail. Now, real briefly, I wanted to go up into the Aberdeen area because we have other thunderstorms ongoing. This storm in particular had a severe thunderstorm warning on it earlier this evening. Then it was non-severe, and now it is severe again. So this is for the Webster and Waubay area here up in northeastern South Dakota. Let me go ahead and read off this warning box here for you. This is a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Roberts County and east central Day County in northeastern South Dakota. In effect here for another half hour. This goes in effect until 9:45 Central Time. Located near Webster again, moving east at 15 miles per hour. So this storm is barely moving. This thing's moving very, very slowly. 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-sized hail is the threat. So this severe thunderstorm will be near the Waubay area, and it's already going through Waubay right now. Waubay Wildlife Rec area in just a couple of minutes. The Campbell Slough area at around 9:20. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. says to report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will send your report to the National Weather Service office in Aberdeen. So again, 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. All right, so again, we are just going to continue to monitor all of this. We have other thunderstorms currently going on here around along the I-29 corridor, as you can see here, Sisseton area, farther to the south, Millbank, Summit, and then down towards Watertown, Clear Lake, Esteline, and then Brookings. Now, if we quickly move to the Sioux Falls radar, Sioux Falls not really seeing anything here. It's mainly up near Flandreau is kind of the tail of this broken line of thunderstorms. Kind of starts around the Flandreau area and moves up to the north. So Sioux Falls not getting anything right now. Not expected to get anything until late tonight when this line from the west expected to continue to move east overnight here. So, everybody wondering about the Sioux Falls area. Let's go ahead and look at the latest HRRR model run. And I want to go ahead and see exactly when the models are thinking this thing is going to hit Sioux Falls. Because, I can just say I could say a random time. That doesn't mean much coming from me. I want to show you guys the model run that is much more accurate. So let's see. We'll go through a couple different models here. Alrighty, so looking at the model runs. This is the current picture. Again, you have those storms, severe weather in northeastern corner of South Dakota, and then we have the severe weather in south central South Dakota into north central Nebraska. As we play it here an hour ahead, storms will continue to make its way towards the Chamberlain Winter area in about an hour from now. The activity up here expected to continue as well, but probably fade away. Probably lean towards more just general thunderstorm activity instead of severe weather. So again, the Storm Prediction Center did put out a mesoscale discussion for northeastern South Dakota, western Minnesota. They're only saying a 5% chance of a watch being issued, which means that their confidence is very low in these thunderstorms to continue. However, farther to the southwest, this line will continue to move east. It'll be a wind line with embedded hail. And will continue to move east overnight, as you can see here. So by the time it gets towards the Sioux Falls area, we're talking, probably 3 to 5 a.m. And at that point, it does look like this activity will really die out by the time it gets to Sioux Falls. Maybe just some rain, not even thunderstorms. So Sioux Falls at this point, I would say, is in the clear. Not really expecting, again, according to what we're seeing here on the models, Sioux Falls area not expected to get in on much of any of this stuff. Expected to die out and fizzle out by the time it gets to Sioux Falls. So again, Sioux Falls could see some rain overnight, no question about that. But thunderstorms, unlikely at this point. Now, tomorrow morning, it does show there could be some lingering showers and isolated thunder showers for the Sioux Falls area. So that would be something to keep an eye on. And throughout the morning hours, that expected to move east into, Iowa and Minnesota for some rain showers. So that is the HRRR model. Now, let's go through a different run here. See if we can see. Oh, let's see here. If we look at the NAM, I wanted to go ahead and show this. Now the NAM model does show some thunderstorm activity, rain and thunderstorm activity moving through. It does show that line continuing across the Sioux Falls area, but again, not expected to be any severe weather, and also minimal chance for thunderstorms. Mainly just going to be rain. If that can hold together and it hit the Sioux Falls area, as you can see there by tomorrow morning. So the NAM suggesting more towards tomorrow morning for the Sioux Falls area, and again, rain showers. So that is what we're looking at. Now, tomorrow there is another chance, but it's mainly going to be northeastern South Dakota into North Dakota and Minnesota. So now what I want to do, I want to go ahead and look at our severe weather risks. And let me go ahead and do that here. All right, give me 1 second here. All right, here we go. So we take a look at your severe weather outlook. This is for the rest of today into the overnight hours. As you can see, we do have a risk of severe weather for south central South Dakota and north central South Dakota. That slight risk in yellow there, level 2 out of 5 there. Winter is in the bullseye of that, and winter is under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. So take cover if you are in the winter area. Seek shelter, as that line is going to be hitting you within the hour here. So you got a little bit of time yet to prepare for that. But again, that line of severe weather moving through right now in those areas. And then that marginal risk, level 1 out of 5 there for eastern South Dakota, for Huron, Brookings, Watertown, Sioux Falls, Mitchell, Sioux City, and then, down in Nebraska. So Sioux Falls, again, technically in that marginal, but we're not really expecting much there for Sioux Falls. Tornado risk, mainly south central South Dakota, as you can see there. There is technically a 2% tornado risk, but not really expected, not really seeing much there. Mainly a small hail and wind threat out of this. And then tomorrow, there is your severe weather risk for tomorrow. Again, it goes much farther to the north, up near the Aberdeen area. That slight risk in yellow there, level 2 out of 5, near the Aberdeen area, and then extends into eastern North Dakota, western Minnesota. And then that marginal risk goes all the way down into Nebraska, central South Dakota, northeastern South Dakota. The tornado risk mainly, again, up to the north near Fargo, Grand Forks area. Hail risk, as you can see there, and wind. Hail and wind is the main threat there. So we'll keep an eye on that tomorrow for you, but not expected to be a big severe weather day. Mainly going to be way up north. And then we go towards your day on Friday. And this is your day 3 outlook. And this is for eastern South Dakota and south central South Dakota, far northeastern Nebraska, and then north central, northwestern Iowa, and then Minnesota. So this does include Sioux Falls. We'll keep an eye on this for you guys. This is not expected to be super intense at this point. Now that could change as model runs change every hour. So as we get closer to that Friday time frame, we'll see what happens. We'll see if they upgrade the risk or not. But as you can see there for Friday, there is a risk there, but it is very low at this point. And then after that, we are not seeing anything. So I'm not seeing any risks after that. So again, we just got to get through today and then tomorrow up in northeastern South Dakota, and then on Friday for our area. But still, these are very low chances, low probabilities of severe weather. But it is there, and that's why we're showing it to you. So let's go back to the radar, and then we're going to jump off here. Again, I just wanted to go live and update everyone on the current situation, current conditions, and the current severe weather, as well as possible future severe weather. Look ahead a little bit, and then looking at the model runs. So one more time, let's go over this. I do want to mention the severe thunderstorm warning up here in northeast South Dakota has been allowed to expire. Oh, let me pull up the radar here. There we go. So that storm for the Webster Wabae area that had a severe thunderstorm warning on it has been allowed to expire, so that's good news there. We still have a bunch of thunderstorm activity, as you can see here on the radar picture, for northeastern South Dakota. So that will continue over the next few hours. As these storms moving at 15 miles per hour, they're moving very slowly. Put a brief loop on it here for you, and as you can see there, this activity will continue to move east, but it is moving rather slowly. Looking at the velocity, I just wanted to briefly look at that, and I'm not seeing anything, so that's good. So that activity, again, continue in that area, will continue for the next couple of hours. And then farther south here, this is your severe weather maker for today, and this thing has been traveling all across South Dakota all afternoon and evening long here, and it is still going on. We are down. They did remove a couple of these severe thunderstorm warning boxes, so we are down to one severe thunderstorm warning in South Dakota. We have one in South Dakota and then one in Nebraska, both for this same line. So the winter area, be prepared for strong winds and small hail and very heavy rain and lots of lightning. So severe thunderstorm warning, again, we'll read off this one more time. This is in effect for another hour. This line of thunderstorms is moving east at 50 miles per hour, 60 to 70 mile per hour winds, and quarter-sized hail. Again, expect tree damage, expect wind damage. Winter, Mission, Columay, Ideal, Wood, Carter, Millsboro, Mosher, Kepaha, Whitten, Hamel, New Whitten, and Clearfield, Antelope, all those areas. 70 mile per hour winds and quarter-sized hail on this storm. So that is the story there. So again, if you're in Hamel, if you're in Winter, if you're in Columay, if you're in Wawella, if you're in Millboro, if you're in Clearfield, Kepaha, you guys are all under the gun here. Valentine, Nebraska is experiencing some non-severe thunderstorms right now. And then farther to the south here in Cherry County, Nebraska, golf ball sized hail, 60 mile per hour winds. Storm is moving east at 35 miles per hour. If you got any folks down north of Ashby, Nebraska, and southwestern Cherry County, that is the area we're talking about. Big Hill, Morgan Lake, Billy's Lake, Wolf Hill, those areas, all under the gun there for a severe thunderstorm there. So we will continue to monitor everything. We'll continue to keep an eye on the situation. If we get a tornado warning, we'll pop back up on the air for you, and we'll give you guys coverage. Other than that, we are again. That is about it for tonight's update. Again, just wanted to go live here and give you guys a weather update on what's going on with the current severe weather and possible future weather. And again, we'll continue to follow this, and we'll watch this line as it continues to march east. We'll see if it hangs together and hits Sioux Falls overnight. But the anticipation, again, not really expecting the Sioux Falls area to get much of anything here. There also is reports of no electricity down in this area that got hit by the storms, kind of near the Mission area. So that is a story we'll be following. And again, continue to follow us on our social media platforms. We are very active on social media, so be sure to keep an eye on that as we will be giving you guys updates. And looking at the velocity, there might be something there near New Whitten we'll keep an eye on it for you. Again, if there's a tornado warning, we'll go live for you. But that is gonna do it. Hope you all enjoyed, and hope you guys are staying safe out there as always. And also, if you're not in these areas, if you know anybody in these severe warned areas, hopefully you guys are letting them know about that and making sure they are in their safe spots. So, for the rest of everybody at T Storm Chasers, I am Riley. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a great night and stay safe as always.